Otherwise,
I don't like.
next.
Okay.
That's so sweet.
Thank you.
So the first one is easy. If I say Paris, France, what?
Love. Is there love? Big love.
You've been there already, or?
Yes, yeah, I've been to Paris many times. I went for the first time when I was, I think, 3. And then most recently I went with my boyfriend for a romantic getaway.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. So if I say singing on set when you shoot the movie, you do that?
Yeah. I'm the worst. I'm always singing on set. It's very annoying. But I feel like, if you love something, that's how you communicate with the world. And so I always think I sing more than I speak.
So what songs do you sing? I mean, songs from the movie, but also other songs you like, or?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice because we're a fully musical cast, and so you can start singing things from like Rent or singing things from Dear Evan Hansen, and everybody knows it, and it's quite nice because it's less annoying on the Descendants set because everybody also wants to sing with you. Yeah.
So what about dyeing your hair?
Oh, I love it. You're asking me so many lovely questions. I've never been able to dye my hair a fun color really permanently. I've only ever done spray. And so I was really excited when I found time to be able to do this. It's quite fun.
So do you have a favorite color?
I feel like this is maybe my favorite color. It's like a sort of a cotton candy pink. Yeah, it's quite fun.
And so playing the villain, like playing the bad guy
Yeah.
in front of the camera, is it something you like to do? Or?
Yes, I love playing the villain because I think that the villains are much more interesting for the most part. They're usually written to be more interesting, to have more of a character arc. And also, who doesn't want to play somebody who's a bit mischievous, somebody who's a bit bad? Yeah.
When you were a kid, was there a villain that scared you when you were little?
Yeah, I honestly, and I know it sounds like I'm saying this now because I play Maleficent's daughter, but I think even as an adult, if you watch back all of the classic Disney characters, Maleficent is the scariest because I always think she looks quite like a reptile, like she has no feelings. Like if you watch the movie, she's green, and she never really emotes. It's like you can never tell how she's feeling, which I think is quite scary.
So if you could be the daughter of Maleficent, but in the movie with Angelina Jolie, was it?
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. Who wouldn't want Angelina Jolie to adopt them? I want her to be my mom.
And so to have magical powers.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah, I would love that. But I would want it to be something that didn't give me too much of a life advantage because if it did, what's the fun in that? Like you want to have actually face life and learn how to do things on your own. I think that I would love to do things like I always say, like, if I could go to the gym and just watch somebody work out and then get all of their benefits, that'd be great. I just sit there eating chips, watching them do their thing, and then go home and wake up the next morning in better shape. Things like that. Little helpful things.
That would be great. That's great power.
Thanks, I know.
What about stealing clothes or accessories on set?
I have never done that except for in Descendants 3. Actually, no, I've done it. I did it on Hairspray Live. I kept a little ring. And they gave me some stuff from the Liv and Maddie set to hold on to, but I've never, taken anything, because I always feel quite bad. It's like they put their time and their money into that, except for Descendants 3, when the cast and I decided that we wanted to keep some of our jewelry, and so we snuck onto the costume truck and we took a bunch of our jewelry. Sorry. It wasn't expensive.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah. What about having a toy that looks like you? I mean, there's the Barbie.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, it's I think that it helps me because it looks more like Mal to me. But the more recent Hasbro ones, they have very green eyes, really big lashes, and they look kind of more like the actors themselves. So it's quite strange. It's quite strange to think about someone sitting in a room and going, this is what they look like, or cheeks or whatever. It's quite funny.
Did you have a favorite toy when you were little? Something you were always playing with?
Yeah, I had a baby doll, I think, called Holly Dolly. I named her Holly Dolly. And she had lots of little snow costumes, and I would dress her up as a little Eskimo baby, very sweet, yeah, she was very beautiful.
What about act or sing with your boyfriend?
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. He's very talented himself, and he's quite helpful to be around because you can kind of like feed off of his energy. I have quite a fun time. I think that so much of acting is like your personal life, and so much of acting is like interacting with humans. And so he's my favorite human to interact with. So he definitely makes me a better performer. Yeah.
And do you follow beauty tips on YouTube?
Kind of. Kind of. I mean, I learn a lot from makeup artists. Like a lot of the different makeup artists I work with, like I could never do this eye makeup myself. And I, like sometimes like Nikki, my makeup artist, I'll watch her do something and I'll take photos of it later, but I could never really recreate it. You know what I mean? So like sometimes I'll watch YouTube videos of people doing it, but I don't think I'm very skilled. Like I don't think I could really do anything that they could do. But it's nice to watch. It's kind of like watching like something nice being painted. It's like therapy.
And what about social media? Something you like, you don't like that?
Love, hate kind of relationship. I've recently come to actually like it more, which is strange to me. I would think it would have been the opposite. But I think that I used to be very negative about it. Like I have, so for me, I have like boundaries that I have set up for myself, you know, through therapy and through growing up that like I really need to kind of keep there in order to do a very social job, because nobody knows this. Nobody believes this, but I'm actually quite shy. Like I'm very sensitive, and if I wasn't doing this, I would be not speaking to anyone, probably at home, like just with my boyfriend and my cats, and eating food, doing simple things. And so in order to be, you know, very social, I have to kind of like set up a boundary for myself and be like, this is where I stay. And so social media used to feel very invasive to me because I'm super sensitive to feeling like I'm not safe. And so social media would make me feel watched, and I'd be like, why do people know these things about me, and why would they have that picture, and you know, like just like people following you around taking pictures, like things that are ordinary now. I think when I first started, it made me very anxious. But now I like it because I really feel like you can really get a lot of messages out on social media. And I've really, really come to recognize and appreciate how many of my fans and so many other people in the world have very strong relationships with people online that they might not be able to have, you know, very close to them and in person. So I do think it can be quite a lovely thing.
Yeah, what I like about you is like you answer to a lot of your fans. I mean, you react to what they write, and
Yeah, well, they're real small people. Like some, like, and by small I mean young. Like, you know, like they're real, like sweet. Like some of them are 8, some of them are 15, and some of them are my age, some of them are older. Like they're just like these sweet, lovely, like just like me. I'm just a little small person in the world, and they're just like on the other end of their phone, like saying lovely things, and I get to say it back. I think it's quite sweet.
So I know this is supposed to be the last one, but what about Descendants 4? Because fans want to know.
We shall see. I mean, I know that this was we wrapped up a lot of story points in Descendants 3. I don't really know where they would go from here, but I won't say that there's no possibility. You know, I won't say that. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah.
What about a Liv and Maddie sequel?
I think that's less likely. But I sometimes text the head of Disney Channel, and I'll be like, give me a Liv and Maddie special, I really want it. Because I just want to see all those people in the same place again. I think it would be quite expensive to recreate all the sets and things like that have been torn down for years now. But hey, if they wanted to, I'm available.
So where do you think they are now, Liv and Maddie? What are they doing?
Oh, that's a really sweet question. Well, the way we left it, Liv was going to New York to go star on Broadway, and Maddie was building tiny homes in California for people who were without a home, and that makes me like super proud to have played like such lovely young girls like that, and such varied young girls. And I bet that Liv is on Broadway dating Holden, madly in love. He's going to NYU, and they're living their fabulous Upper East Side New York life. And I bet that Maddie is, she started her own nonprofit, and I bet that she's still building tiny homes for the homeless. I hope so.
What about, would you do a Disney marathon movie with your friends at home?
Yes.
In pajamas and, you know, with...
100%. That sounds like heaven. You know, I did something very similar to that with my best friend, Veronica. Who's going to watch this. I did something very similar to that recently. We watched Descendants 1, 2, and then 3 as it aired, and we like she made brownies, and we ate cookies, and we sat in our pajamas, and it was quite sweet. But yeah, I would love to do it with like the classic Disney movies for sure.
So, and becoming an old lady, because you played an old lady.
That's right. My most impressive role yet. Give me all the awards.
Is that scary or?
Well, I'm pretty sure I won't look like that when I'm that age.
Hopefully.
If I ever reach 176, I think I'll look better. But it was quite fun. I love to do comedy. Like, I love to do comedic stuff. And Kenny Ortega, our director, is so comedic himself. We had the most fun with that character. We just made each other laugh all day. Yeah, it was quite fun.
What about going to a premiere but without makeup?
Oh, that's interesting. I've actually thought about doing that. I wanted to do that a couple years ago for something, and there was some reason why like I couldn't do that. Like there was some reason why the award show I was going to like said that wasn't a good idea. It was something specific. I can't remember. I was like 18, 19, but I would totally do that now. Yeah, I would. It would just have to be the right thing. But also like this is the one thing I will say. There's nothing wrong with like makeup and doing your hair and looking nice and wanting to feel nice. Like I do think that there's this big reputation that like makeup and tattoos and nails and fake lashes and fake hair, like everybody's like, oh, it's bad, it's vain. But I don't think it is. Like I think that you can love yourself without all that stuff and also love yourself in all of that stuff. I think it's an expression of creativity, and I think that it's just got a bad rap. So I think that either way is quite good. But I would love to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so
It was very
much.
cool.
Thank you. You're so kind.